Hey, okay, so I'm going to start showing you how to use for loops by starting a new class. We're going to use this thing called Robot that was developed at the League of Amazing Programmers where I used to work. And this is open source, so we can use it. First thing we need is a main method. Okay, so how Robot works is you're going to see this pattern quite frequently. Actually, I'm going to just explain a little bit because it might seem a little familiar. Alright, so we know that there are certain types we are already familiar with. There's string and there's int. But there are actually infinite numbers of types because you're able to create your own. And this one that was created by Dave is called Robot. So we're going to start this. The type is Robot. I'm going to give Robot a name. Joe. Nah, should be a girl at least. I'm going to call it R2D2. Okay, because Robot is an object, I need to use the new keyword to create it. We'll be doing a lot more of that in later lessons. For now, just know that you have to do new robot. That's gonna, guess what? Make a new robot. But it's a little bit red. So it's because I don't have robot, the jar added to my build path yet. That just means it doesn't know where Robot is at, and it's an extra library that's not a standard part of Java. So the quick fix, this little light bulb, is going to give me some options. I want the robot that's coming from Join the League. Okay, that looks a little better. If I run it, I'm hoping to see a robot. Just pull that in there. Okay, here's a robot. Now the robot can do a bunch of different things, and all those things can be listed if you do R2D2 dot. Okay, hopefully that's a little familiar to you from when we were using the J option pane. These are all the methods, all the capabilities that the robot has. So a pretty standard thing we're going to get the robot to do is move, and you can see in these parentheses we have distance. That's asking how far we want the robot to go. I'll start with 200. If it goes off the screen, I'm going to make it a little smaller. I'm going to say 150 so that it doesn't drive off. And then I'm also going to put the pen down so that we can see where it's going. It's going to leave a trace. Alright, so I'm moving, I'm not seeing the pen, and that's because what's happening here is make robot, move robot, then put the pen down. So I'm going to change the order of these. I was looking for my short key there, but this keyboard doesn't have an option, which is what you do to move lines around. Let's see. Now we're doing pen down first, and then move. So you can see the robot's making a little track. It's very skinny. What can we set? Pen width. Let's try that. Better. Yes. Okay, what I'm actually trying to do here is I'm trying to get my robot to draw a square. So I'm going to do R2D2. What do you think the next command might be? How about turn? Turn. Since we're making a square, we want to turn 90 degrees, so it'll turn a corner. Okay, looks like we're heading in the right direction. Now we need to do that a bunch more. Move, turn. Let's just see where this gets us. don't worry about getting everything right. If you have a way to test your code quickly, then you can tidy it up later. The key to programming is really to break the problem into small little tasks that you can get feedback from easily, that you can easily test. Well, look, a square. And, oh, wow, perfect. Okay, so what I've done here is copied a whole bunch of stuff, and once you get to programming a little bit, you'll realize that this is ugly and not a good idea, because imagine a situation where I wanted to change the size of the square. I'd have to go through all of these and change each one 100. Okay, so we don't really like duplicated code. Instead, we're going to use a loop, and that's kind of the whole purpose of lesson 2, is to get good at the most commonly used loop, which is called a for loop. So what I'm going to try and do now is use way less lines of code to draw this amazing square. Alright, a for loop also has a short key. So I'm going to do for, and then I'm going to do control space, and then hit enter. Okay, now there's this lot of kind of crazy looking stuff that I'm going to explain later. For now, all you need to know is instead of this args.length, you want to put how many times you want the for loop to repeat. So for a square, we're going to repeat the move and turn command 4 times. Okay, how the for loop works is the code that's between this opening curly brace and that opening curly brace is going to be what is repeated. So I've got to move, a move and a turn in there. This should all be unnecessary. Oh, okay, I need to speed this guy up. I don't really know what the max is, but let's try that. 100. Oh, yeah, that's probably a little too fast. All right, so I have my square, and now I've used way less code. This is my for loop. I got it by doing for control space, and the most important thing is this little number here. That's how many times it's going to repeat. All right, so your challenge is I would like a square that is 4 times. I'm going to draw a picture of it and put it in the curriculum. That's your exercise. So we have 1 square. I would like 4 squares that are 4 different colors, and that's your task. Good luck.